Had Mujibur Rahman declared independence on 7th of March, maybe that there would have been very, very less casualty.
फौज के नाम पे हुआ क्योंकि बहुत से ग्रुप्स थे, अंसार्स थे जिन्होंने बहुत ज्यादा violence किया.
India was of course supporting the freedom fighters of Bangladesh, which are called Mukti Bahini, who had come up on their own actually in East Pakistan, what was then East Pakistan. So India was certainly doing that.
We are a very well-disciplined army. We are proud of this fact. I deny this accusation of atrocities on the Pakistan army.
No matter how many people are living in that area, they just kill them. At places, they surround the area with gasoline and set it on fire. And any people that come out, they shoot them.
Just to remain in power, Yahya and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, they started sending new battalions, new soldiers, officers, arms and munition. They started gradually building up their strength in Did and East Pakistan. In the daytime, they took control of vital points like Did and EPR headquarters, police headquarters, radio center, telephone centers.
Once the crackdown began, on the Operation Searchlight on 25th of March, and the killings started, and the refugees did start coming in. And initially it was a trickle, and then it becomes a flood, as it happens so many times. And once that started happening, India started taking the issue more seriously, initially as a humanitarian challenge, and then later as a security challenge.
मार्च में जो एक्शन लिया, अगर ये भी कहा जाए कि ज़रूरी था और मतलब अहम था, उसके बाद मैं समझती हूँ कि अप्रैल मई तक फौज ने काफ़ी तरीके से कंट्रोल कर लिया था. उस वक्त ज़रूरी था कि अवामी लीग की कुछ लीडरशिप के साथ बातचीत गुफ्तगू की जाए, मगर इंस्टेड माइंडसेट ये था कि उनको तो दफ़ा करो और नई इलेक्शन कराओ और नए लोग लेकर आओ. तो ये बहुत ही खतरनाक और गलत आइडिया था.
On behalf of our great national leader, the Supreme Commander of Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, do hereby proclaim the independence of Bangladesh.
When I came to know through somebody that the military crackdown has started in Dhaka, they did massacre in Dhaka cantonment, they did massacre in Razabad police line, and especially university area. In everywhere, the dead bodies were lying by 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock night.
Pakistan was trying to use international pressures, मतलब वो अपनी तरफ से डिप्लोमेसी करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे और ये नहीं देख पा रहे थे कि दुनिया क्या कह रही है. प्रेस में नंबर 1 लीड स्टोरी ईस्ट पाकिस्तान, और पाकिस्तान के ऊपर जो गन डाल रहे थे और सारा एक्यूजेशन थी, तो उस आई थिंक दे रियली मिस्ड द अपॉर्चुनिटी. उनको समझ नहीं आई कि अगर निक्सन कुछ करना भी चाहता था तो अमेरिकन प्रेशर, द अमेरिकन पब्लिक ओपिनियन, मीडिया ओपिनियन वाज ऑल अगेंस्ट दैट. So, वो मैं समझती हूँ कि हमारी miscalculation हुई.
Stories started coming out of the kind of atrocities, and the world came to know about the atrocities only when Anthony Mascarenhas wrote that famous article in the Sunday Times where he uses the word genocide. Therefore, India's public opinion started galvanizing against it, and particularly in West Bengal, the Indian state of West Bengal, a lot of sympathy, because many of the people who live in West Bengal were Hindu refugees who had come from East Pakistan to India at the time of the partition. So that was broadly the perspective at that time.
We did not have very senior officers at that time. Ziaur Rahman and Shafiullah, they are from the same course. By numbers, Ziaur Rahman was senior. So they could not decide who should be the commander-in-chief of liberation forces. Some thought Ziaur Rahman should take over. Some thought they should request Osmani to take over. Politicians found it more useful or to their advantage if they could place one of their party men as commander-in-chief. they will have total control on the freedom fighters. Then Colonel Usmani Sahab was promoted as General Usmani, and he became the commander-in-chief.
As a last resort, I wanted to tell the world what was happening, and I went up the air in the evening and I made the declaration. Having heard me over the radio, the other regiments of East Bengal Regiment and the East Pakistan Rifle and the police force also, they revolted. We had no other way but to take up arms and fight our way out.
Men like Major Ziaur Rahman was also in 8th Bengal. He was the second in command. I was the quartermaster of 8th Bengal Regiment. Similarly, I had my previous commanding officer under whom I served in Lahore, Lieutenant Colonel Mujibur Rahman Chaudhary. In fact, we three got together and I started having regular exchange of ideas and trying to gather information what was happening in Pakistan, especially in Dide and East Pakistan. As Captain Wali Ahmad, I never hesitated to report because I knew that I will get the support of the people. People who are already on the streets, every house had flag of Bangladesh. Hathiyar leke nikla, 8th Bengal ko leke. Gradually, 1st Bengal Regiment revolt kiya, 4th Bengal Regiment revolt kiya, 2nd Bengal Regiment revolt kiya, 3rd Bengal Regiment, all joined together. It took time. We did it on the night of 25th. By 11:30, we came out of the cantonment. But other battalions, some joined on 29th, some joined on 30th. That took 3-4 days to decide.
मुजीबुर रहमान शायद अगर उनको मौका मिलता तो शायद वो ना चाहते कि टूटे मुल्क, मगर उन पे जोर, क्योंकि उनको कोई ऑप्शन नहीं दी जा रही थी, उनको कोई स्पेस नहीं दी जा रही थी, इसलिए वो और अपने रैंक एंड फाइल के दबाव में आ गए। और ये रैंक एंड फाइल वाले तो उन्होंने गुफ्तगूएं शुरू की हुई थी इंडिया के साथ, और ये मतलब ट्रेनिंग उनको मिल रही थी, मिलिट्री ट्रेनिंग मिल रही थी। तो फौज तो फिर इसको तो देखती थी एज बिल्कुल एक गद्दारी की तरफ देखती थी ना, तो फौज ने तो इसको गद्दारी के लिहाज से एक्शन ली।
We got the arms from India. We fought our own war. When it was almost going very well, and India thought that the freedom fighters will free Bangladesh from the hand of Pakistanis, they also came and joined the war on 2nd of December 1971.
You had spontaneous uprising from peasants in East Pakistan. You had the East Pakistan Rifles deserting their posts and becoming part of what became the Mukti Bahini. Initially, it was an aspiration. General Osmani had put together, there were sector commanders and so on. Ziaur Rahman was involved with it. They had started moving into India and they were forming their own units. And initial support from India was to the extent of logistical supports and perhaps some of the equipment support and intelligence support. Indira Gandhi was feeling pressure from parliamentarians and opposition parties to do something, and she would have wanted to go. But he pointed out that, this was still the cropping season in Punjab, and, the farmers would have to withdraw from where they are, and in case hostilities break out on both sides of the border. And if that were to happen, there would be food shortages. Some of the tanks that the Indian Army had, and this is also, I'm citing what Manekshaw says in this speech, were not in full equipment. They needed repairs, they needed spare parts. That preparation has to be done. Finance Ministry had cut down a lot of the defense budget, so there was need for resources at that time. And he also wanted to know how the international community would react. So he started posing serious questions to Swaran Singh, who was the foreign minister, and the defense minister, and the agriculture minister was Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed. He started asking those questions back to them. So the meeting, they realized that April may not be possible. And he also brought out the very important issue of weather. Bangladesh, the monsoons are very ferocious, howling winds and, sometimes floods and all that. Now, in that environment, to send tanks into, muddy landscape just didn't seem like a right strategic decision to Manekshaw. So he stalled. He said we needed time, and therefore, and I mean, this is how Manekshaw says it, that, that Indira Gandhi said that, do you know what I want? And he says, yes, ma'am, I know what you want, but let me do it in my time.
India wanted to break Pakistan. So the interest of both collided in a place. Our interest and interest of India. For a long time, India wanted to break it because India did not want two Pakistan on two sides.
The Indian army is in Bangladesh. You are surrounded on all sides.
There were several strategic miscalculations on the part of Pakistan. I think one of those that you can cite is that Pakistan handed to India the opportunity to enter the war legally.
सोच रहे थे कि India क्या करेगा? So I think that this is something that was, I mean, I don't think it was necessarily an intelligence failure. It was just, I think, a miscalculation of, I mean, आप सियासत अगर आपने अपने लोगों को खो दिया है, तो फिर आप किसी दुश्मन के साथ क्या समझ रहे हैं? I mean, सबसे बड़ी बात तो थी कि आप बंगालियों के साथ बनाकर रखते, और अगर शुरू में मसला हो भी गया तो मैं समझती हूँ कि क्रैकडाउन के बाद मई तक, मार्च के बाद अप्रैल में ये सब कुछ हुआ, मई तक they should have started a political process.
But somehow they had thought that, India would not invade, and under international law, India would have very little justification of entering had there not been some attacks. So the attacks in early December that happened in, when 9 airfields on the western side of the Indian border, Jammu, Tarlai and Pathankot, they were attacked by the Pakistani Air Force. That many people call it as a kind of a strategic mistake, because it allowed and gave India the excuse to retaliate. And by that time, of course, India was pretty well prepared because it had been in preparation.